Hey, what's up, guys? How are y'all doing? We're back. If you guys like the videos, please like, comment, subscribe. So, I already came in to look into what's going on here. I did upgrade a lot up until Terra. Then we could upgrade a little bit more in theory, but I don't think we're gonna make it any more further. Yeah, we're not making it any more further. Mainly because our combo isn't high, so our damage isn't that high. So we're gonna do a reset anyways. I think we're gonna end up on a reset. We did lose one of our guys. We've been trying to get these back. We did lose one of them, so we're gonna have to. Which one has like a bad one? I guess we could just go with this one. Wait, we can't hire. Gold. Do we have any gold ones? Do we have any rubies? I don't have actually anything that great. Let's activate the gold one with him. Um, Hero souls, rubies, hero souls. So we'll just do one with him, I guess. It's fine. Hero souls, we got rubies. So rubies, we'll start that one, and then hero souls if we can. Clan wise, I think I did do some of. I think I did do these battles. I haven't fought this one yet, but we're going back down to getting the one that we were supposed to get. All right, let's start with the clan battles though. I didn't have my auto clicker on. Don't have it on at all, actually. Let me get that started. Hey guys, so today is April 15th, which is tax day. I ended up just doing my taxes literally last night. Stayed up a little bit later to do it. Okay, we got our auto going, so let's get into boss fight. I mean, this one we don't really do much damage to. I think this is depending on our hero souls. But since like I think King Ram has a lot of hero souls, he's the one that is the biggest damage to this right now. But he's not on 24/7, which is understandable. Does not have to be up in the game 24/7 either, cause it makes sense. Okay, guys. There we go. There we go, that's the first boss. I don't know why these get taken off after boss. It's probably just a game thing. We did 15, which is usually what we end up doing. We did claim from yesterday, right? Any damage we do on here gives us, even if we don't beat the boss, gives us hero souls. So we technically should fight it. And let's fight this one as well. I do have a good amount of damage on these guys though. We're taking him down pretty good, but I don't think we get anything if we don't actually defeat this guy. That's unfortunate, but we took him down to like a quarter health. If we had people similar to where I am, we had 2 people, we could beat it. Or anyone stronger, we could beat it. Let's take that off. And then I don't think we're going to be able to do anything else here. Their combo is so low, so we're probably going to have to just reset anyways. We're going to reset anyways on that note. We do have some hero souls already, so can we summon any more? I think we can. Gold gain, duration, DPS, auto clicker, no clicks. Okay. Let's get that one going, because we can. Any other ones? DPS when idle. Duration, DPS. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to just buy all of the stuff. Let's go through. Yeah, let's reset. Yes. And how much do we have here? Oh, we're getting close. I can start buying like that stuff already. Let's go with hero souls first. I'm not gonna reset here yet anytime soon. We're not close to. I think what I'm gonna do is end up summoning this one's no clicks for 60 seconds. No clicks for 60 seconds. So I guess we're gonna just try to get as many as we can still, just to bump it up. No clicks, duration, accept. I guess those are the last ones. So we're gonna end up just getting everything. At this point, we're not just playing idly, we're playing with a combination of stuff. Alright, what I'm gonna do actually is level these up by levels instead of leveling them up by cost. So that one goes to 10. Because eventually it doesn't really matter. 5, 10, 10, 10, 10. This should push us a lot further into the game too. We bought literally every single one because what happens is we are probably gonna end up closing the game or something and play idle. So we're playing hybrid at this point, which I think eventually you're supposed to play hybrid. If you play idle, you're supposed to play hybrid eventually, meaning you're supposed to be clicking when you're active. You're not supposed to be clicking when you're not active. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go by getting these all up to level 10 first, and then we're gonna. I think we'll go. In this case by 10 as well after. So we completed our goal. Start next quest. What is he? Skill. Let's go with rubies because I'm actually trying to get the next one. Doesn't matter that was like not probably the best quest to do. We want rubies. And let's start buying all of these guys. That way we can just keep pushing without having to worry much. And then let me buy all the damages we could get up to. So we're already at 49 and we just started upgrading stuff. Okay, so let's go by 10 now. Let's get to... Oh, we're not going to be able to go by 10. I mean, I guess it's a pretty good upgrade to get anyways. So we should push, honestly, it should push a lot higher now. And I will turn on the clicker too, because that will progress us faster. And let's click those and the clicker. Yeah, so now we're just going to have to grind back up as crazy high as possible. I think I'm honestly going to come back and record, because I'm going to try to record a lot today and upload a lot today, but today's going to be my last day I'm able to have, like, more, I guess, freedom to record a lot. So I'm gonna try to go back to schedule. I know we are not in schedule at all, but it's alright because in theory we just go back on schedule and we just don't catch up fully. And might see if we could do some other stuff soon. But it's in the works. Yeah. So I know I was gonna tell you guys a lot of give you guys like a story time of like what's been going on recently. But I'm gonna do an update on this video. I know I wanted to do Revolution Idol, but I've been getting too distracted on that game. So we're very active in that game. Versus this game, where we don't go very active. So if I ever have anything to say, maybe I'll say it in a game that we're not actively like pushing, or it's not like actively like mentally straining in a sense. Obviously, it's just a game. It's not none of these are mentally straining, but more like I had to use a lot of brain power to play, while also being tired and recording early or late or whenever I am recording. I was hoping to catch up to where we should be in videos, but I don't think I'm gonna reach it. So I apologize for that. But I'm gonna try to get back into uploading daily and trying to be a week ahead of time. That way, I have couple days in case some days that I'm working, I'm not gonna be doing anything. Some days that I'm working, I already have pre-recorded, or if I'm not able to record, have it ready, because my schedule is gonna be very hard. I think that's the only thing about the job that I'm not like 100% keen in. I know in 6 months I could try to change my schedule or transfer to a different building, which is what I'm gonna try to do. That way I could pick a better schedule in general. Transfer to another building is the same thing. Like I would pick my schedule in a sense, but as of right now, I'm not able to do that. So I gotta be in the job for at least 6 months first, which is the first goal. Yeah, guys, that's a little update on that aspect of it. What else was I gonna say? So we did end up. Pretty much we're done moving at this point. We just have a lot of garbage that we have to get rid of it, and as well as still organize those things and get rid of a lot more garbage. But everything's pretty much at this point set up. We got a couch because we didn't have a couch before. We didn't need one because we didn't have a living room. pretty much. So now we have a couch and we got a TV, and yeah. Other than that, we're pretty much done with that. The cat is okay with so what ended up happening now with our little cat, because she gets into messes. So we ended up going to the park. We have like cat backpacks. I should post honestly a video or something of the cats. That might end up seeing if I do that. I just gotta log in through my phone app so I could maybe do community posts and stuff. So I could post pictures and stuff. I think that's what I'm gonna try to work on today. I'm gonna record a lot, so I might not get to it, but I'm gonna try to record like a million videos so I could edit and have them all ready. I'm gonna upload a lot as I can today, and then obviously tomorrow we'll see how it turns out. But I'm gonna go back to the schedule of scheduling uploads at 11 p.m. But oh yeah, so the cat went to the park. We took both our cats to the park. We ended up going in the ended up just walking around, and then we went on the swings, which is not a good idea. We went on the swings. We took them on the swings one at a time because I carried them. Well, my wife was just like in the other one a little bit like not going that crazy high, so I ended up going high, like higher up with the cats. And the little cat, the little kitty, threw up in the bag, and that was already a disaster on that note. And then after, the big cat decided to poop himself. So we went home right after that. I don't know why he pooped himself. Maybe he had to go to the bathroom, and obviously he's trapped in a little like backpack. So it wasn't convenient for him to go to the bathroom, and he just pooped himself. It's not fun. Not fun at all. But we ended up going home, and then we showered the big cat first because he was the one with more of a mess, and she wasn't that much of a mess. But we're like, we might as well shower both of them at this point. So we ended up showering the little cat at the same time, and she ended up, I guess, clawing at one of us. Or we have like these gloves also. They're like scratch proof, bite proof gloves. So if she tries to bite, we're not gonna get hurt. If she tries to scratch, we're not gonna get scratched. Like her nails can't go through the gloves, or her teeth can't go through the gloves. Yeah, you can still feel it, and I guess if they bite hard enough, maybe you would actually like feel it inside, but their teeth can't get through. So yeah, so we ended up doing that, and she ended up getting stuck on one of us or something. I don't know, because she doesn't like showers. No cats like water unless your cat's like weird, I guess. So she ended up getting caught in one of our like clothing or on the thing. I don't know. She got caught on something, right? And then we like I guess take her off. We go back to put her into the like the little water because we usually leave like we usually fill the tub a little bit with water. Well, a good amount actually before we put her in, so that way she's like is pretty much all wet, and we just use like a little like bowl to put water on her. But yeah, so she got caught on us, and breaking. She ended up breaking her nail, but it wasn't just like a regular break. It was pretty much almost falling off, which is actually kind of insane, and bleeding everywhere, like everywhere. Like the water was bloody, or I think our some of our clothes got bloody. So with that, we had to take her to. Well, we called. It was already late at that time because we got home around like 7, and all the vets are closed at that time around here. We had to take her to the emergency cat hospital thing, which honestly, very expensive for no reason, compared to a vet. But we ended up taking her there. This was just a lot of blood, and we didn't know what to do. Obviously, it's not like taking care of a person. My wife's like, I know how to take care of kids. I do not know how to take care of a cat. Like, if there's an issue with a cat, I don't know what to do. With a kid, it's more like easier because she works with kids. As a medical assistant, so she has more of a concept of kid work environment, but never pet environment. So yeah, we ended up going. They took her nail almost completely off. It was more like that like red part that they have in their nails. I don't know what it's called, but they have that part was like still on there. They ended up giving her like pain medicine, and they also found a heart murmur in her, which is like which we've never got told before by any other vet or any other hospital that we've taken her to. But yeah, that was a whole like mess of a day. Just because we wanted to go to the park and take the cats to the park because the weather was nice. So yeah, that didn't end up going too well. And honestly, I don't think I'll take them to the park for a while because we don't want that to happen again. But I guess it's kind of our fault. But yeah, so we ended up having to take her, and then yeah, so they also bandaged her up, so she had like a cast. I think I could put a picture of the cast, and she had to get the comb back on her after like she got spaded or neutered or whatever the female version is. Yeah, so we had to re-put that in. We put the cone on, and she had to get stuck with a cone again for another like couple days. Then we went to the vet 3 days later, um, to so they could check if the nail is healing or everything's properly done. And the vet was just like, "I don't know, you guys could have just left her without the cone." And I was like, "We had her in the cone for 3 days, so we had her suffering for 3 days, and she used to like we could have taken the bandage off too and let her run around, and then you have to go back to the like get it rechecked." Yeah, but yeah, and there was like it wasn't that big of a deal to take her to the hospital. You could have just like made sure she wasn't bleeding and wrapped it up with something. That way she didn't like gnaw at it or claw it, and she would have been fine. And we could have taken her to the doctor the next day or the vet the next day, just instead of paying for like hospital prices, which is always more expensive. Human hospital, pet hospital, always expensive for no reason, to be honest. They used to be charged. They be charging They charge like $200 just for the idea to see your pet, and that's not even with anything done to them. That's just to see them. And then after they see them, then they charge you for like bandages, the medication. It honestly didn't come out to too much, but it's still a good amount of money. It's like 300 something, and then the vet was like $70, which is like way less, like literally 3 times less. I mean, they didn't give us a bandage or medication, but they did like check on her finger. Everything is fine. Her nail should grow back in a couple weeks. Um, as of right now, she's doing great. The reason why we also needed to take her because she needed antibiotics just in case, especially since cats end up using their litter and they get poop and pee in their litter. They end up scratching the litter, so they end up getting their nails dirty, and that's not good either. So we had to get different litter for her as well. She got recommended by the hospital. It's like a paper-based litter, but it's still like pellets. So I guess it's still the same thing as regular litter. It's just like paper-based, and it's a lot bigger, so it can't get stuck in their nails. Alright, we unlocked the Dreadnought, which is perfect. Let's push all of that through now. Alright, so that's kind of, it's just kind of insane. It was just a couple day worry thing because we had to like take care of her through. Because I guess the hospital also makes it seem way worse than it is versus the vet, which is like, what happened here? Oh, okay. The vet makes it seem way worse than it really is, which is like, come on, man. But yeah, so this is very crazy day. Crazy experience. Alright, guys. That's pretty much all that's been happening lately. Other than that, we just been cleaning, I've been working and stuff. I do want to mention one more big thing that's been happening. But it's not like I could really put much information towards it, but it's something that's been bothering us at this point. So my wife ended up, because I know you guys are like very active with the idea of like jobs and stuff that I've been doing, because I know I just got my job. I saw a comment on the Revolution Idol video, but I'll respond to that comment on the Revolution Idol video, the next one that I record, which I might record today, to be honest. So I might talk about that in that video, but yeah, my wife was fired from her job, which is crazy to say. So now she's unemployed just like me. So now we are even more of a struggle. But not that I'm employed, I'm actually starting work tomorrow. That's not the worst situation, but it's just kind of like, bro, like, it's tough. And I don't think she sees herself working for a good amount of time, which is fine. Like I told her, it's fine. It's just, right now with the expenses and think about going back to school and doing that. But I'll explain the story of what happened. So recently, I don't know if I mentioned it. I probably haven't because obviously I don't like to mention stuff that's very recent to the world, if that makes sense. But I am kind of a little bit anonymous on this channel, that makes sense. I do have my other channels that I used to post on, which are very more public. Um, you guys could probably find it if you really look hard enough. Or I'll just honestly tell you guys later on in the future, but right now, a little bit more privacy, if that makes sense. So she ended up getting fired, but the thing is, what was happening in her company, as I said, she's a medical assistant. Um, but pretty much what ended up happening is that she, the boss is retiring, like the main boss is retiring, and then someone else is taking over for the boss's role, which is a doctor that doesn't like her because she ended up leaving the job at some point because it was medical reasons, I would say. And she ended up leaving because she wasn't able to take off, or they would give her like a big hassle on taking days off of work. It was a very toxic environment. Like she would try to take a day off and be like, "Oh, I gotta go to my appointment. No, we need you. We can't have you like call out all the time and blah blah blah." It was a big issue, but she ended up leaving the job because of that, and then working a different job a couple months later. But yeah, she said she regrets working a job right away after quitting. Didn't was not able to qualify for unemployment or anything at that time because she left on her own doing. She didn't get fired or whatever. But then in this job, once they switched the boss and stuff, the other boss didn't like her when she came back. So let's start there because she was already getting a little bit harassed and like she was moved from one office to another because they have an office that's like 30 minutes and 40 minutes of traffic away from where we live. And she usually typically worked there since she started. And now they had her work in a different office, which is actually closer to where we live, which is like, I guess like 10 to 15 minutes, maybe like 5 to 15 minutes, depending on traffic. But it ended up like, in a sense, putting her in a position where she was working in a different office with similar people because they do like occasionally switch between offices. But the reason why they put her there was because the other doctor didn't want anything to do with her, which already sounds crazy. But the doctor pretty much just hated her for leaving and then coming back. She didn't want her to come back. All the people agreed, the owners or whatever agreed upon it, and all the doctors agreed upon it, but not her. So there was already beef there, in a sense. Let me upgrade a little bit. And then what ended up happening now is that that doctor is now becoming the owner because the other one is retiring. Because she is the second in command before, and now she's gonna be the main, and is the main now. So yeah, my wife was having pretty bad headaches to the point where she would throw up and have issues. She didn't obviously go to the hospital right away or go anywhere right away because she's like, well, I'll just gonna try to like deal with it and go to work and whatever, and typical like don't want to go to the hospital, don't want to go to the doctor, typical. I don't know why medical workers hate going to doctors' offices because she hates being a patient, but she likes doing the job. That makes sense. But she didn't want to go, and at the time we were also moving, so it's very complex. And what ended up happening is that she eventually did go to the hospital. They told her she was having really bad migraines. They wanted her to get well, no, she got to urgent care, I guess, first, and they told her that they want her to get a brain scan, MRI or CAT scan, something, but just for the brain to see if there's anything going on there. I guess they were probably assuming it's like cancer, tumor, or something along those lines, or something wrong with her like brain, if that makes sense. But yeah, that ended up happening, and then after that, The next thing was that, oh yeah, then she went to the hospital after because they told her if it gets worse, just go to the hospital. But they gave her like a referral to get her brain scanned or whatever. And then in the hospital, they checked, or yeah, in the hospital they checked. They didn't give her a brain scan or nothing like that, but they pretty much told her like they gave her like some medication towards the headache, which I guess was for migraines, like specifically to target migraines, and it did end up paying off and working out. But at the time with the job, what ended up happening is she would call out or show up late to work, but calling out with the idea that she has medical notice, um, and going to work in that aspect, trying to go to work and going to work late with having issues and throwing up in the morning and having problems. So yeah, so that's what was happening during the week of work, and the hospital area or visits or doctor stuff was more like, yeah, they checked it out, really bad migraine, and then they gave her no, they didn't give prescribe her nothing. They just like gave her them that medicine, and then it actually like helped a lot to the point where she's not getting to that point anymore. Now she's just getting the typical I didn't eat food, I didn't drink water headaches like everyone gets that doesn't drink food or water consistently or at reasonable times. So that ended up happening. And because of that, she was showing up late. They told her if you show up late again, you're gonna get fired. Even though her manager, that's the one that's responsible for that stuff, told her like, hey, I'm sorry, like I just gotta do it because the boss, like the new boss, is that's what they're doing right now, and they're looking at you and they're like targeting you specifically. Not targeting you specifically, but like looking at your stuff specifically since you've been late. But she's had like excuses through that. So I'm like, if anything, we could probably sue or go through some sort of legal action against them. But I was like, no, we shouldn't go through that right now. I just want to like leave the job and whatever. She's gonna put in her 2 weeks, but the next day that she had to go to work after she was off of work for a day or two because of her medical notes and medical reasons. Well, pretty much the headache or whatever, migraine, whatever. But migraines would get to the point of like really bad because she was also getting dizzy. Like she was getting dizzy, and how could you drive to work being dizzy? Like that's not something you could do. Like you could get into an accident, it cause problems, even like kill yourself or kill others. It's not like it's very like like not the best thing. And obviously, even going to work with her putting like shots in people, like what if you get dizzy, you fall, you put it on yourself, you put it on them, you stab someone somewhere where it's not safe. Like a lot of things that could go wrong with that, right? But they didn't care. So they ended up firing her on the notes that she's been late. And she was like, okay, whatever, I'll submit unemployment. Submit for unemployment, and then whatever they give me, and that will be like to help pay for the bills or whatever until I could like get myself mentally prepared to work again, in a sense. Because she was drained. I'm gonna be honest, she was drained. And the job was just tough. She's like, and she knows I support her with that. But I'm just like, but being at home, I don't want you to be like depressed, sad, because I've been there with not having a job and trying to make my situation work out, which hasn't worked out because I was like, also my reason for leaving was medical because I did break my back for my job as well. And then I took the time to recover better because I was not recovering at all with the idea of still working where I was working at the time. So, yeah, and I was not able to collect unemployment either because I left on my own accord. So now the big problem is that she's submitting for unemployment and her job countered what she said on her unemployment, which is insane. Because she put in it that were like the reason of getting fired was being late to work against policy, whatever, but then explained that there was a lot of medical reasons on why. And they went back and resubmitted a document saying that she provided the wrong information and they provided their information and their story, I guess you could say. But I'm pretty sure in any job, when it comes to unemployment, they most of the time just say, okay, whatever, let's accept it. Or even if the document isn't filled out correctly, they'll accept it. But it seems very like the doctor also submitted the document, not her manager. So it's kind of like very like tough to go around that, and there's a lot of like drama to put into this our space right now. And obviously, I don't understand a lot of it because it's very difficult. But we're trying to figure it out through. Like right now, we she had to resubmit a claim, saying that their claim was wrong, and it is wrong. Based on a lot of things that they put on it, they put that she started working back in 2016, 10 years ago. If that was the case, she would have been 16 years old working with not even having her medical license yet. Like her medical assistant license or certificate, whatever it is. Honestly, I'm not even sure what it is, but she wouldn't even have been able to get that. So how does that even make sense either? So it is. They're just like being very annoying about it. So they misput her date. They had a lot of misspellings on there, and I was like, "That's definitely not the manager. The manager definitely did not write that because she is very like cautious and she's very like to the T when it comes to things like that." So it's like, bro, the doctor probably submitted it because she's like the doctor's known for misspelling stuff. It's like, yeah, they definitely try to like mess with her, which is not good. But then we're like, let's resubmit it. Let's see, because now we resubmit it again, and we gotta see if the state accepts it. If the state does accept it, then we're good. If the state doesn't accept it, then we're not good. And then we gotta resubmit every week until it gets approved or until they agree. But I think at this point we might have to end up calling. We might have to end up calling the unemployment office instead of just submitting documents to see what we could do. Because we could also submit proof of like her doctor's notes and other like aspects and try to fight for it, but it's just annoying because it delays the payment. So she was supposed to be getting paid every Friday under that, but now she's not getting paid every Friday under that until it gets accepted purely. Which is like they could have just easily like accepted it, and they were the ones that pushed her out of the job anyways. So like when you push someone out of a job like that, what I think is they're trying to do is for her not to collect anything, and that's very very annoying. And she did text her manager with zero response from her ex manager. She did text her that they denied her claim. There was a lot of misspelling in the information was wrong in the documents that they submitted. Because it shows you like not who submits it, but the manager's name is on it because it's signed by her or submitted by with part of her name. So what we're gonna try to end up doing is if they keep not accepting it, we're just gonna see if we could take any legal action against them. Because the only thing we wanted was to collect the unemployment at this point. Because she didn't want to be there like leave in bad terms, and you shouldn't really like have to leave in bad terms either. With a job like that, and she's still, like I said, she's cool with all of her coworkers even after she left. Some of them are a little upset at the fact that she got fired, and it put it on them that they gotta work more. Obviously, who wouldn't get upset about that? Because their workload is a lot more when someone just like gets fired at that is random. But they pushed her out. It's like they just took advantage of it, and it's very very tough. Um, but yeah, I mean, we're trying to figure it out, and honestly, the financial stuff of us right now is very difficult. Very difficult. I think I'm just gonna record a full hour and just like tell you guys a bunch of updates on stuff. Trying to think of what else. So taxes was due today. Well, it's due today technically. When I uploaded this video. I just submitted it last night. The federal got accepted. The state hasn't got accepted yet. But I ended up having to pay back money, which is kind of ridiculous. I live in New Jersey, by the way, if I didn't mention that. But apparently, our health insurance is under like Get Covered New Jersey, which gives you like I don't know the exact form, but it gives you like a medical form because I don't have it in hand. I have it on the phone, and my wife has it, and I don't have her phone. But it's they just like give you health insurance, but we ended up paying like a good amount of health insurance every month, like $400 a month for health insurance because my wife needed it at the time. Now we don't need it as much, and obviously with my job coming up, I will change to that. But it ended up costing us very bad in the tax documents when I filled them out because now we owe like a lot of money, which is like, where was this? Now we owe like a lot of money towards what's it called? Yeah, we owe a lot of money to the tax. I have to pay it all in one go because it was a lot of money. It ended up being like almost $2,000 I had to repay in federal, and then on state tax I ended up gaining. In state tax I ended up gaining like 400 something dollars, but it's still like kind of insane. Yeah, but it's kind of crazy. So that was all submitted today, but we ended up having to pay like 1,600 in taxes this year. I've never owed taxes in my life till this year, and it's not even like my income is crazy high. Because my stock market stuff, I would be completely honest, I pretty much broke even for the whole year. Because I spent money on accounts and I took out payouts, but I was even this year. Last year, I was like, well, 2025, I was pretty much even. I was slightly negative, but like barely, like $100, $200 negative. But the years before that, I was probably negative, like way more negative. Probably like 1,000 negative, but we're about even this year, which is actually pretty good. Because honestly, this spent a little bit of too much money on some stuff. I were close to getting that done too. Spent too much money on some of the funded accounts. I'm not gonna lie, and that ends up hurting the bank account. But it's just on the goal to make more money, you know. So it's just like I want to do that full time, to be honest with you guys, because it would be like a really insane full time job. I've been watching videos of like dudes like combine 30, 40, 50 accounts and build and make like 30K in one day, which is an insane amount of money. But yeah, guys, that is our main update of anything that's happening recently. It's kind of insane. All right, now let's get into the game because now we're back to where we were originally, I guess, kind of, sort of. We're back to Terra. We should be able to unlock Terra. I think we already passed where our last highest. Oh, let me check guild. I want to see how we're doing with leaderboards. So we're still meeting top. We're still top. We're catching up to King Ram, but we're not gonna get there for a little bit. Because we're gonna try to go as far as possible with this. What's our next upgrade for that one? 69. We're close. And we're destroying right now, so yeah, let me actually go on my side screens and open up some other games so we can collect our dailies, like Revolution Idol. Then let me go into the Idol Champions. I think those are the only two games I have daily collections. I'll just open them up too. And we're gonna get back to those games later, probably. Hopefully we get them back today, but I will have to record 7 hours. Well, we're now 6 hours of like games to catch up. But I am home alone. My wife is babysitting today. And she's making a little bit of money with the babysitting, so well, can't complain about that one, you know. But yeah, right now we're in a really weird situation with money. So yeah, we're kind of gonna struggle towards this end of the month right now, which is kind of like okay. Oh, and apparently the last Revolution Idol video, we had a pretty big problem with the recording. It ended up, well, in my end, I recorded an hour. I recorded more than an hour because my video ended up, my recording ended up not stopping. So I had to force close OBS, and then I had to reset my computer. I don't know why. Our storage was getting kind of full, so I deleted everything in our storage, which is like all the previous videos and all stuff like that. But I don't know exactly what happened there, so I have to look into that a little bit. But in terms of that, uh, yeah, I ended up having to go through all that now. That makes sense. But we're good. I mean, I fixed my computer stuff. Unfortunately, I feel like I need to do a lot more with YouTube right now that I have one day to do stuff, but like there's so much to do. I gotta make playlists and upload, fix all the stuff. Uh, but yeah, we'll see how it works out. I'm probably gonna just be working a lot also, so I'm gonna try to record one video and upload one video every day. Maybe try to record two. That way, I can be a little bit ahead. But that is the goal for now on YouTube. Because now I'm gonna be working. I mean, I'm working Thursday, Friday, Saturday, but it's very hard for me to record on Saturdays and Sundays because everyone's home. Even like Friday, like nights, it's hard for me to record. But I'll be working Friday nights anyways. So what I'm thinking of doing is I start work Thursday 8 p.m. I get home. I leave my job at 8:30, which I'm hopefully I get home before the market opens. That's the goal. And if I get home before market opens or a little bit later, I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm doing because I definitely need to get home before market opens. And market's actually about to open here in like a couple of minutes, no, in like 30 minutes, which lines up with uh our time frame, which is okay. Yeah, okay. There's a lot of good little zones. Okay. Yeah, but that's just unfortunate, guys. It's just like we got to figure out the money aspect of it once I get back to work and our health insurance aspect because I'm gonna probably just change everything to my employer because I know they have really good health insurance and medical and vision, so we're gonna go switch back into those. For now, I don't know exactly when I get those. It could be like a month, 6 months, or right away, depending on the job. But I don't know. I didn't ask, but I also don't have access to like my app, so my account right now, because I gotta go through like a lot of different things with that. More or less, it's just I guess it's like I guess it's more like I gotta go through the apps and stuff and see when I could do that, which I think I probably have access to the app tomorrow. Once I start, I will probably go into it. 'Cause my first day, my first couple days is probably based on training um, for the job, and then the next couple days, I'm like, good. Yeah, how far are we along here? I haven't been paying attention much. Let's try to upgrade a little bit. That way we can push forward more. I think we are actually reaching a good peak point where we could probably reset again. Only reason why I wouldn't want to reset right away is probably because I could push a lot further. I just gotta unlock the new guy. How's our hero souls looking like though? Okay. I upgraded that twice, and I should just upgrade it once. It's kind of my fault. What I could do actually is try to take these up to 20. Just upgrade them as much as they possibly could go to. That one we didn't even upgrade at all. Okay, not bad. Yeah, I guess you should have just taken them all to 20 instead of trying to take them all to 30. Some of them are cheap. Like this guy is just one at a time, so I know it would take up a lot. Here we haven't got any for Transcendence yet. Oh, so, oh no, we just have two of those, but we haven't had Transcendence for 0. We haven't got anything there yet. What's going on here? We have combo. Oh, we're not doing enough damage? What's going on, man? I'm not hitting criticals. Or it's just tough to beat him now. Alright, let's go through it. Or it's because I was getting not that much through combos. I mean, it's fine. Let me click these guys. If your Swede did slow down a good amount there. Okay. I'm telling you guys, it's just unfortunate the stuff that's been going on. I mean, like I said, we want to get better and stuff. We want to improve in life and have stuff upgraded. You know, it's not like we want to be down here struggling. But for now, my wife is not going to be working for probably a couple months until she has to, or she's willing to go back. Realistically, that's what it's going to be. Then when she's willing to go back, she's willing to go back. But I'm not trying to rush her, force her towards anything that she doesn't want to do. I'm just try to keep everything to the minimums. I don't know if I mentioned it, but we do have a lot of credit card debt at this point, and it's mostly on me because I just used credit card debt to be able to pay for my funded accounts, which honestly has put us in a bad position. I think we are struggling here because we are not able to upgrade further. So I think a reset here would actually be a good thing. So let me see if I could upgrade anything to push us, because I know when we reach boss, we already reached boss and we can't beat it. So honestly, I might end up resetting here. At this point, let's go through a reset actually. Yeah, let's go through a reset because we're not gonna reach that. And even if we get this chest, let's see. Yeah, I get a chest. Could upgrade him, but not really that much. Yeah, let's get a reset going here. That's crazy. We actually spent like time to get up there. I didn't get my combo too high either because obviously we couldn't. Let's start upgrading some of these. Yeah, let's go by levels. So get them all to 20 first. Even if they're a little expensive. And that one can't go any further. That further. But we can upgrade everything to get there. Okay. That's right, 20. Oh, you got down to 30. Whoops. That's fine actually. We just gotta make sure we don't do that again. I mean, it's fine. It doesn't matter. We upgrade when we upgrade it. Oh, we're already running out of hero cells too. Okay, yeah, perfect. Perfectly done. Let's start getting all of these maxed out. Yeah, actually, we're pretty crazy with the upgrades. Let me buy all availables. Yeah, now we just gotta wait for us to go further up. Just not too bad. Not too bad, not too bad. Okay, yeah, I got notified of my job tomorrow. I start. Let me buy the rest of these guys. Because of these guys, we're gonna unlock all the abilities probably really easily. And we're actually already making a pretty good progression in the aspect of that. We should be in a good position to push forward a lot. We'll see how it goes though. Alrighty, guys. Alrighty. Alrighty. Yeah, doing pretty good. Let me see if I could go through these again. We're going from bottom to top. Because I know we still got like... We'll do the other way around once we're not able to buy any more things. Because right now we're like maximizing everything. King Midas is our biggest one right now. I know when we get to Dread Knight, that's when we know we're like, in a sense, made it. I'll put those on too. I don't think we've gotten that many gems right now, but we're close to getting the, I guess, the third hand, which would be perfect as well. At the worst case scenario, we'll see. See how it goes. Alright. Alrighty, guys. How we doing? Alright. Let me upgrade again. Let's go from top to bottom. Yeah, we did slow down a little bit there, but now when we upgrade, look how fast we go. Let me get rid of every single thing. I may have low energy in other videos, to be honest, because obviously we're recording a lot. We've already passed Dread Knight? No, I don't think we did. Dread Knight comes... Oh, Dread Knight's a long ways away. Let's get that going, the ritual going. Yep, there we go. Let's make a little bit of progression. Even with our clicks, we progress further. We haven't hit a primal yet, or what's going on there? Not sure. But the reset's actually pretty nice, I think. The reset actually, like, worked out pretty good. In my thought, I mean, we'll see. 500... 5,266 hero souls from that guy. Yeah, as long as our hero souls keep going up, we should be in a good position in general. So we'll see how that works out. Alrighty. Okay, let's see if we can upgrade more now, because we're starting to lose our strength. Okay, what are we at? 100 something? We're not that far deep yet. I think we're like around 600, maybe 700 when we reset. I could go back to the recording, but I'm not going to. But we should technically just be higher. We should probably be at the thousands at this point with how far we got into the game. But even then, we might not be there fully because we're not optimizing at this point. We're just upgrading whatever we need to upgrade or we have to upgrade. We're just upgrading it. We're not specifically optimizing for anything anymore. But it's like I said, it's fine to do that. Like it's not like we need to optimize at the moment either. We should be fine to do what we do. Alright, let me start going from the bottom to the top. We're back to Dread Knight, which is a good... Oh, I don't think I've been buying any of the recent... we got just... Nice. I don't know when those come through, because the other one came through pretty late into the game, I think. Alright. Early game, these guys actually end up doing good percentages of damage. This guy's 1% of our total damage versus our last one, which is a lot. Actually, majority of our damage comes from him. But some of them sometimes have like 10% or 5%, which is worth upgrading. And they're cheap upgrades, I guess you could think about it that way too. Yeah. Um. Okay. How are we doing? How are we doing? Not that bad, actually. Not that bad. I feel like we definitely has slowed down a good amount. I don't know why. I mean, makes sense. So we're literally upgraded and we sped up literally after an upgrade. There's if we're actively playing, we could probably push like through two ways. It did take us like almost an hour to get back up to the peak point of the game. But at this point, we're kind of just pushing like pretty reasonably. Alrighty. Alright, what else was I gonna do? Oh yeah, I was gonna open up Idle Champs. Yeah, because Idle Champs is also like an active-ish game. And gives you dailies as well. Obviously, we're not close to playing that game right now. We're further from Revolution Idle, but I know that game has events right now. We want to try to take advantage of getting all the events done as soon as possible. Alrighty. Oh, let's buy all of those. Yeah, we're pushing pretty nicely now. With no, like, pushback so far. Not, and if we are getting pushback, not much pushback. We're actually pretty decent right now. Alright, let me go through here and get all of these upgraded. That way we could push a little bit faster. Because you are slowing down a little bit. I guess that's how you should play it. Start slowing down a little bit, push a little bit more. Or, go to the bathroom or go make food or go do something and then actively come back and forth into the game. Obviously not. Let's see how close are we. Not that close. I don't think I'm gonna get the rubies this time around. We might get the rubies from like these guys. So, yeah, actually, we could probably get them from those guys. If anything, because waiting for those little fish and stuff to pop up is and having to get the luck of getting a fish, or not a fish, getting the luck of getting what's it called? Yeah, what am I saying? The luck of getting the fish, and the luck of the fish dropping rubies is also not like very common either. So it's like you gotta also wait for that, and that's like a longer time period to wait for. Let's go through all of these upgrades right now. Let's get all those going through. Alrighty. Yeah, we're passing. Yeah, this area we're passing it pretty fast. Let me activate everything. That way we could go through it a little faster. I mean, just slightly faster. Pretty much just one tapping everything. Not that big of a deal, to be honest. Okay. Yeah, and we're still pushing pretty nice. We still have the boosts going. That's why we upgraded some stuff, because now they last longer. Which is actually pretty nice. Because now we don't gotta worry about much. There we go. We got Dread Knight unlocked, which is a big one. We get Atlas unlocked too, so we know we're actually reaching pretty far in the game now. Then once we get Dreadlock unlocked, the game progresses a little bit faster. It doesn't get stagnant too fast, and then once you unlock the next one, the game doesn't get stagnant. But I know the game gets like a little stagnant when we're waiting for the next heroes. So now Dread Knight is like going pretty nicely. I'm still pretty much one-shotting everything, but yeah, guys, I think I'm done for now. I think I'm gonna probably end up trading and then recording the next video. But yeah, guys, it wasn't that bad actually recording a full hour of hero clickers. Let me know if that's something you guys want me to do. Record a full hour, or if you guys want me to split up in 30-minute segments. Because honestly, splitting up 30 segments does take a lot of time out of my day because I gotta go back and forth, which isn't honestly that bad. It's not honestly that big of a deal. I'm just saying. In the aspect of me doing videos, it's just a little bit of a wait. But it's not that bad. Sometimes I do end up recording like multiple videos at the same time. I do like 30-minute segments of one game, 30-minute segments of the other game. Because now we're going to antimatter, then particle, and scratchy. But honestly, I'm excited to go to particle because I think we're almost done with that game. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in a bit.